Hey, good morning, all. Welcome to the Blue Gamer Bluecast Morning Show. I'm your host, Adam Blue, 30 plus year video game enthusiast with a lot to say in terms of industry, what I've been playing, other little neat tidbits, I guess. Yeah, we'll see. Hope everyone had a good weekend. I did. It was rainy over here, so there was a lot of time spent inside. So actually, I got a lot of gaming in. So I guess we could start there. I do, depending on the time, there is a demo of a game I want to try. I think you guys would be surprised by what it is. I'm curious how it plays, but yeah, we'll get to that in a bit. Let me share my screen and talk about what I've been playing. Oh, look, Castlevania. Who knew? No, but really, yeah, so I've been using the PCSX2 emulator to play Castlevania Lament of Innocence. I never beat it back when I got it, when it first came out on PS2, because I didn't like it, and I still have problems with it, but I feel like I need to beat it anyway. I want to experience the music. I feel good if I have beaten it, just because I'm such a fan of Castlevania, and there's always little unique things you can find. Characters, stuff like that. The problem with Lament of Innocence, again, it's them going 3D in a way to where I felt like, so we had, the N64 ones, which I played a lot. Those I need to beat as well. There's two of them. Hey, howdy, Chris. Good morning. Good to see you. There's the N64 ones, which, that's a whole other one. But what they did, but that wasn't Koji Igarashi, the Metroidvania guy. So the Metroidvania guy came and did Lament of Innocence, Curse of Darkness. The problem for me is just the whole structure. Everything is very arbitrary. Hey, JamKillX, good to see you. It's where, like, the way the map is laid out is just corridors, and then sometimes there's enemies, sometimes there's not, just to maybe fight some enemies, and then go to the next area where you just jump on a platform that lowers. So there's like 5 maybe areas that you go from a hub world, and each one it's just like that. It's a bunch of corridors and little puzzles to then get to the boss, to beat the boss. And hey, Ultronymous, good to see you. I'm glad you all are here. And the thing is, it's very arbitrary. The layouts in the Metroidvania games, the castle layouts, even the non-Metroidvania Castlevanias that are stage-based, are very unique in where you are, what you're doing. Everything kind of makes sense. For the 3D Lament of Innocence, there's just, again, arbitrary just corridors, and it's just kind of, I don't know, not that interesting. I do like that it has that kind of fixed camera that moves, kind of like the old school Resident Evil. I think that makes sense. It's just the environment's very boring. Also, I like that the right stick, because there's no camera control, that could be an issue. There are times in the first boss battle that I had where if I could control the camera, I'd be able to see where the boss was coming from off the screen. I would only get hit because I couldn't tell where the boss would be coming from. I wasn't able to turn, because there's like these things you have to destroy for this one boss. And anyway, and I like that then the right stick is used for your items, where you can quickly, like, as you're moving around and playing, you can use the right stick to go through your inventory, grab something. So there's something there. It's not the best, and it just reminds me of when I played it. Like, I was just like, really? All right, some more Castlevania Vampire Survivors. So I stopped playing Vampire Survivors around 34, 35 hours or something like that. And like, I think it's a great game, but I got my fill. But that's pretty amazing for the price of the game and the fact that you just move with a control stick, that I played for that long anyway. But I think I burnt out of it. This Castlevania DLC is amazing because there's 18 or 20, I forget, Castlevania characters that you unlock by doing specific things in the Castlevania map. There's a whole map. It has warp points. It has, the doors you go through, the loading screen doors. There's even some areas that are side-scrolling where you do boss battles. It's pretty amazing. And yeah, even normal boss battles throughout. It's like amazing what they did, but still I get that feeling, because there's very little gameplay to it. It's where I really get bored, and I'm like, yeah, it's okay. The thing is, though, every time you unlock a character, you unlock the music that would belong to the game the character came from. And that is done in an amazing way, like, because I love Castlevania music. And so it's just amazing that they just came out with this that has, 30 new tracks or something like that, that are like kind of redone, and they're done in an awesome way from all the different games. It's pretty incredible. I do recommend it if you like Vampire Survivors, but if you've had your fill of Vampire Survivors and you're not into Castlevania, I don't think you would care much about this. I would put it that way. I'm only playing it just so I can experience the castle. It has all the sprites from Castlevania games, the music. I mean, as soon as I'm done, I'm done. And then, yeah, G.I. Joe Wrath of Cobra. I'm trying to beat the last level on very easy. It's super hard. This game is super flawed, and it's almost good. Like, I don't know what to say. I feel bad. If there wasn't so many games being developed right now, I think this would be like a number one to like mod, to kind of tweak, to change up. All right, and then Hunt Showdown. This is something my brother-in-law gave to me because he'd been playing it, and I've heard a lot of good things about it. The graphics are great. The gameplay is actually really fun. It's super dark, though, in terms of like the atmosphere, and I can see why you'd want to play that with friends. I thought it was pretty neat. Will I get back to it again? I don't know, but I do think it was cool. And then, yeah, Castlevania Anniversary Collection, this is because of Vampire Survivors, that, like, I needed a Castlevania palette cleanse, and so I don't have any other active Castlevania game I'm playing right now, Metroidvania. So I just went back to the first one. It is hard. I've beaten it before using save states, and I'm having to do that again. I don't know if I could beat it without save states unless I tried. Like, I would probably have to memorize, and that's kind of how it was back then, because there weren't that many games to play. So you'd be stuck with one game for a long time, and then just memorize the levels so that you can go back. It's harder, and that's what's interesting. I think save states kind of help this more modern way of gaming where you're always doing something. Or here's the other thing: if it wasn't save states, if they at least incorporated like a checkpoint system. So like, let's say I die, I just start over from the beginning level. I think Rondo of Blood ended up doing that. So later Castlevanias, even before the Metroidvanias, started doing that. Well, hey, Midnight Hatter and Diggs BTW7, good to see you guys. Okay, and then here's this Contra Operation Galuga. Found it on sale, been meaning to play it. It's actually really good. It plays just like classic Contra. It just has a few extra little things you can do. So nothing incredible, but it's like well made, and it actually, I think for it being 3D, they did a good job with making the 3D polygonal work consistent, so it looks good. What's interesting is it saw my save file for a Castlevania game and for another Contra game, and so it unlocks music from Castlevania and another Contra game that could be played in that. And then Albatross. So I think, was it Friday or Thursday, Friday last week? I was playing the demo for the Albatross game, and it was pretty cool. So I got the full game, and it's buggy. It's really buggy. I was having a hard time in the beginning too. It's something completely different. It's more of a walking simulator, whereas the actual game is more of like a survival game. So it looks great though. Graphics are great. And then yeah, I actually hadn't played Karate Survivor since I last played it, but that's fun. Yeah, November 1st, yeah, that was Friday, so that might have been after the stream. So yeah, I got a lot of little chunks of gaming. There's not like one big game, and that's what I would say here. If you looked at the list of games I'm playing, there's not like one main big title I'm playing at the moment. These are just the little ones I jump in and out. I think the one that I want to, I'm really waiting for is that when the Steam release of Outlaws comes out, Star Wars Outlaws, and it's going to have the big updates, the changes. That's when I'm really going to dive into Outlaws. Even though I've played a good chunk, there's still a lot I could do. Okay, let's look at some gaming news real quick, or some stuff. Fortnite Chapter 6 is going to be traditional Japanese themed. That's pretty neat. And then Helldivers 2 Xbox port is not happening. At least for now. We'll see when that starts, dropping off. Maybe they'll change their mind. And then nothing else really crazy. Something I want to bring up that I thought was pretty interesting. We had Bruce Straley. If you don't know, he was with Naughty Dog. He worked on, the Jak and Daxter games, Uncharted. I think the first Last of Us. When Firewalk was shut down by Sony, he goes, I don't put 100% of the blame on the leadership of Firewalk. They were able to build a team, build an IP, sell a studio, and keep the lights on for several years, and ship an extremely complicated piece of tech. That's not nothing respect. And, I agree on one point. Like, yeah, there's the competence to build a studio and release something. The thing is, video games work differently. It's like movies. It starts with art. It's the interactive experience. So I put, just like movies, game studios need creative leads and not just filled seats to check the boxes, because that's pretty much what he's saying here. AAA studios have lost sight of game development. They need the spark, the hook, the wow factor. They need to answer, why are we making this game? And I think that's the biggest deal here. It's like, sure, Firewalk made Concord, but why? All it really leads to is checking the boxes to make something that makes money. And it could be that some individual has a creative vision, but it really needs buy-in from a team. And it's just interesting how I think the buy-in was, this is going to make money. I could be wrong, but that's kind of what I think. So, did this guy watch one of our streams? Yeah. Let's see. The other thing, this is something I was looking at, didn't really look too much in. It's just another RTS coming out I'm very interested in, because it has kind of like the old school looking graphics to it. A Midnight Hatter, I swear, who is it for is the chorus to my song. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. And that's what I think too with a lot of video games. When it's like, I want to play a game, it's like, well, why do I want to play this? What am I going to get out of it? And that's why sometimes I'll skip a game. Like I did skip Sonic X Shadow. I gave myself the excuse of the lore they were changing, but also because I've already played it. Not the Shadow level, so it's like, yeah, I'll get around to that. But like, I think I was looking at my Steam thing for Generations. Let me see. Let me pull it up real quick. Sonic. It's not on there. Did I play it on? Oh yeah, that's right. It was on Exophase. Let me search real quick, because this is an example of like sometimes where it's like, do I really want to rebuy that game? If you guys never played Sonic Lost World, that is a hidden gem. Oh my God, there's so many of them. Hold on, let me Sonic Generation. And the 3DS version of Sonic Generations is completely different. Okay, look at this. Sonic Generations on, I guess this is 360. I already put 32 hours. If the Shadow levels were some sort of cheaper add-on, even though, that would be hard to do for a game that's long, it would be easier for me to, go in and play it. But, I think, okay, why would I play this? Oh, the Shadow levels, but $50? I don't know. Okay, so Slitterhead. This is something that I just assumed was like a survival horror game, because I guess I was thinking of Silent Hill. But it's very interesting. I was looking at the reviews. There's a mix here. We're seeing IGN gave it a 5 out of 10, which is kind of low for IGN. There's 7 out of 10. So there's a 4 out of 5 from Eurogamer. All over the place. I kind of like that, especially these kind of unique Japanese games. Same thing with Wanted Dead. Because I'm looking at some of the combat here, and it seems like it's more of an action game, and it's not a survival horror game. It's just a horror-themed action game. It looks like, yeah, you go into different bodies, and then you do random things. Let's see if, yeah, a guy with a shotgun just then. Looks like there's a bit of melee combat. There's blocking. So I might want to give this a shot, because this, when I talk about why would I play a game, that's weird. Why would I play a game? Something that is very action-oriented or requires a lot of hand-eye coordination with the controller and stuff. If it's like unique and different, I usually like to try it. Especially if it's made in Japan. There's something about games made in Japan my whole life that I tend to like them a little better. Anyway, so that's Slitterhead. Very interesting review. Let's see if anyone. Yeah, this is the IGN review, and they gave it a 5. But I think lately IGN's reviews have been purposely sort of divisive because that brings in a lot of attention, a lot of because they used to be the type that would give a lot of high scores to games because it's more of the people that are doing the job like games and they're very positive about the game. So I can kind of see a critique, but okay, let's look at this. From Midnight Hatter, I made a realization this weekend watching Puss in Boots with my kid. Puss would be an awesome video game, but I think devs have gotten jaded about making games for a younger audience. Yeah, that's a very interesting point because I think a game, it's more of a game can be made for anybody, but it's either like a game is just for kids or a game is for, I guess they're assuming teenagers and up. I think Nintendo's really the only one that still does the... Actually, we're about to look at a game that might fit that description here in a second. Oh, Jim Killick's saying, I wish they'd added the 3DS levels to the game as well. Me too. There were some awesome levels that were based on... that were not... that had music that from stuff that was not put in Generations. Okay, what's this? Anyone who says, who cares, it's just a kid's game, product, movie product, should be immediately fired. Yeah, because I think they're missing the potential that's there. Like, you look at the original Star Wars, it's not like it was made for kids necessarily, but kids latched onto it and loved it and all that. Agreed, kids deserve better. IGN, too much water in a water-themed game. That's funny. All right, so with this time we have, guys, I am going to launch a game that's probably going to be unexpected. I don't know what to expect, although I heard good things about it. Let me get it running. Okay, so far so good. It's running faster than most games do. Let's see. Okay, it's in French. What is this game? It is... well, you could probably see with that. Do I have sound? It's the Smurphs' Dreams. Interesting. So one thing I heard was about how good it looks. And if they're putting time into the graphics looking that good... let's see what else. Okay. Maybe I don't want to mess with this too much right now. Epic. I'll just do that. Apply. Okay. Oh wait, one more thing. Unless it doesn't matter. Because I was looking for invert, but that might not be a thing in this. Okay. Let's just start this. Very fitting to talk about the kids' game things, because... okay, so let's see, what kind of art style is this? Okay, not bad. So, I mean, I think this is pretty good, but we're gonna get into the game. Metal Gear Solid 5. So, Steven, I downloaded it last night to get back into it. Okay. Here we go. So first of all, looks cool. Interesting when you jump, you can, other than the shadow, you can see a little circle underneath. It controls well. X is to run, very Mario-esque. Okay. Oh, look, it's Grandpa Smurf, maybe? That's... okay, I have to get on there. Yeah, let's just get into the action. I just kind of want to see if we can determine what this sort of game loop is. Because this looks very well made. Like, that's the main thing that stood out to me. I'm already getting, you know, Mario vibes. Is that Mario Galaxy? Astral Map. Yeah, I like what they're doing here. Okay, so you collect 2, like, spool of yarn things and then 10 mushrooms. The game loads quick, so there's a lot of good stuff going on here already. Okay. I bet he needs ingredients for something. Okay. Let's do this. Oh, that's cool. So that's very Mario. You jump, you hold down A. This guy's like, hey, let's talk. Oh, thanks. Oh, she's just saying to jump. Alright, so far, pretty easy. Kind of basic stuff. But, you know, usually the beginning games can be a little tough. Oh, this, you throw? Can I throw in the pot, or do I throw it at him? I have no idea. Okay. Wait. Jump and press X. Oh, that's neat. That was weird. Yeah, I feel like I'm playing like Yoshi. So they're combining like that stuff like Yoshi's Island and... Oh, and Tony Hawk? Okay. Or Sonic, I guess. Okay, pretty neat. Really good music. Okay, so those are like maybe coins. You guys sick? Can I help you? Nope. Okay. I guess he whipped back. Maybe he just ate too much. I feel like I should be helping that dude. Alright, probably can't jump on those guys. This is better than Concord. Alright. Actually, I didn't play Concord, but this is actually pretty cool. It just feels really good. How did they get away with this? Okay. Cool. There's a lot of people that look sick. I hope they're okay. Oh, I get it. That's cool. It's a little different, even though it's not anything crazy, but okay, before I go in there. Yeah, that could be a t-shirt. So many t-shirts. Yeah, I feel like this is something I've been wanting to play. You know, there's this game, it's like Lucky's Tales, it's like a fox game. It's actually not bad, it just gets very repetitive. This, I like how it looks like Mario 3D Land, or Mario 3D World. Okay, what? I guess I'm not understanding. So, press RB to get it. Oh, throw it at, okay. Okay. Bounce off that. cool. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Oh, cool. Now I just gotta... Oh, so the longer I hold it down, the further that one went out. Okay. Yeah, this reminds me of Yoshi. Got that. That's something we need to figure out. The LB is the hay button, although it seems like I'm supposed to be doing more, but... Okay, that's interesting. Oh, okay. I was like, what do I do? Okay, see, that's an example of a cool little secret. Test this out. You get to use the force, that's pretty neat. I wonder this secret over here. Oh, I wonder if this is like a little hidden challenge stage or something. Interesting. Oh, I probably wanted to get this. Hey! Oh! So if they're waving, they might give you a giant cherry or something. Okay. Very cool. Okay, one thing, before I go in there, there was this. Now, okay, here we go. There's some, there's all this too. There we go, that explains it. There we go. Missing one more. Hopefully, this is just going to take me to another part of the level. So very Astrobot-like with the... No, Mario, Astrobot. This is a very competent platformer. Huh. Is that finger guns? That's cool. Glad they didn't censor that. Wow, a lot more. A timer? Treat it like I'm on a timer. Oh, there's one up there too. Might have to. All right. I guess I'm not really on a timer. Let's see what else was. Ah, okay. Jump on it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, what's this about? It is getting almost time for me to get out of here, so okay, there's probably something in there. Alright. Yeah, I gotta bounce, but this was almost too good. Right? Like, how could it, how and why? You know when we say you gotta ask why? Well, it's, hey, we have this IP. What do we do? Let me go back to screen share. Oh, let me take. Okay, there we go. Let's see. Let's go to the store page. It's got positive reviews. It's $29.99. And digital deluxe upgrade. What is that? A cosmic skin? Okay. From what I played, if the whole game is like that and maybe gets a little more challenging, I think $29.99 is perfectly reasonable. I don't know about this. You get a soundtrack, an art book, and a skin for $12.99, but you save if. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like, though, this is worth it. Let's actually go to some of the reviews. Finished the game yesterday, 9.5 out of 10. I think I can get out another 4 to 6 hours trying to complete it. Wow. It shows that the developers love 3D World, Mario 3D World. Okay. If you had told me at the start of 2024 that a Smurphs game would end up being one of the best 3D platformers of the year, I probably would have questioned your sanity. And yet here we are. Okay. Did the game to 100% in 10 hours. I think 10 hours, 100% is totally reasonable. I don't need it to be super long. Excellent. I don't think there's any negative reviews. Right? Does it say? Wow. So there you go, guys. How crazy is that? Did you enjoy the gameplay loop? Yeah, because it's that very soothing, cozy, sort of very very tight controls where you're moving and it's fluid and you're jumping and you know, oh, I need to run or I need to do this or that. You can jump on. It's all there. Okay, let's look at the developer real quick. Marsupilami. Do you guys remember that? Is that the real Marsupilami? It doesn't look like it. That's interesting. Okay, I'm just gonna add this to my wish list just in case because that could be fun. Side scroller. And now let's look at the publisher because I thought it was gonna be like a big studio, but I'm not seeing. Okay. Empire Advance. That's something I saw that looked cool recently. Garfield Kart. Siberia. Okay, so you know this isn't just some random publisher. And they do have, yeah, like Asterix, Arkanoid, so they do have some IPs. Oh, did they really do the... This is on my wish list, the Grendizer or whatever. That looks awesome. Just $40, and I really don't know how it's going to play. Smurphs 2? Oh, so they originally came out with a 2, and now Dreams. Inspector Gadget? Smurfs Cart? Operation Wolf? Okay, there's so much here. Okay, so let's back up. Where did I see that Inspector Gadget? Am I missing it now? Okay, right here. Let's. If this was an open world game where you're Inspector Gadget and you use your, this is honestly one of the laziest, dumbest games I've ever played. I could refund it, but I won't because they are selling many copies. What? Okay. Dang, yeah, a lot of bad reviews. Is a love letter to those who grew up watching the Inspector Gadget animated series. The fact that Metro City is an open world hub? Oh my gosh. Who knew I was looking for an Inspector Gadget simulator? Okay. There was something else. This. But it's, oh, is it VR? Okay, that's still pretty interesting. Because isn't there the old school Operation Wolf games? Okay, that's not exactly what I was looking for. Let's see what else. Yeah, the Smurfs cart. That's funny. Noob, the factionless. Metal mutilation. Joe and Mac. They made another Joe and Mac. Okay, so this publisher, Microids, very interesting stuff. But I gotta go. That was a lot to cover because of a Smurfs game. I gotta get to work. That was fun, guys. And also, car broke down, so I'm waiting for the tow truck so we can go take that to get, you know, there's always something. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'll be back tomorrow with some more. So until then, be cool.